think of all the people where really that's the struggle of their life. They can't come to terms with, that mother who never loved them the right way, or that father who abandoned them, or the lover who ultimately left. Why? And that question is always, well, why can't I get that person to love me?
Yeah, why not?
And as we know, life teaches us we can't convince people to love us. That's truly an absolute rule.
What's horrible about that is that trying to get people to love you, it seems to be something that every one of us does in the teenage.
Right.
And unfortunately, many of us never stop trying it.
That's right. We never move beyond that sort of childlike longing and see that really that love is given freely. It really is. Those relationships that are worth investing in are with people who are going to love you.
Your advice in this book comes in long and short bursts. The one about love we might consider long, or part of a long one. Mm-hmm. And there's another piece of advice that you say is the best advice you give to people in their 20s. Quote, buy 10 books of poetry and read them each 5 times. Now, why are you wanting to say that for advice?
Why? Because I think that...
Because you're a writer and you want to sell books.
Yeah, I have a lot of friends who are poets. I think we need to support poets. But honestly, there are 2 reasons why. One is that is something I did really in my youth, and I still do it, but especially in my 20s. I would read poetry, and I would read it over and over again. And it put me in a place that was contemplative, reflective, and also outward. I'm reading someone else's words, someone else's imaginings. Mm-hmm. And I think that it really brought me both deeper into myself and outside of myself. And so I think it can be, so often, what are we doing now? We're checking email, we're on Facebook, we're, tweeting and all of this stuff.
Right.
And I think reaching for something that is more contemplative and internal can be a very powerfully informative and healing thing to do.
Yeah, we're too busy being overwhelmed with information.
Right.
And what you're suggesting is poetry is a good way to stop that or get out of it.
It is.
And go someplace else.
That's right.